Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Elisa, and in this video I will talk about the third finished object of my 2025 knitting project. One of the goals of this knitting project, for which I will knit all of the patterns included in issue 9 of the Making Stories magazine, was to keep track of my progress, not only in my monthly videos that you also find on the channel, but with specific videos for every finished object, so I can talk more extensively about it. So yes, this is going to be a nerdy video. If this is not your thing, you can still watch my monthly podcasts. Those are more chatty and more like the usual monthly podcasts that most people put out. I got lost in what I was saying, so let's start again for third finished object. And of course this was finished a while ago, but I've been a little behind in filming these videos, mostly for lack of time, because this takes a lot of time, not just for the filming itself but for the editing, of course, especially if you're a newbie like me. I started this project back in January, I see, and I finished it in March. It's been relatively quick, even if it's a big one. Look at it. I always, maybe I put this off because I knew that I wouldn't know how to show this. It's a shawl. It measures 170 centimeters by 107 by again 140, the three sides of it. It's a triangular shawl that you start at this tip here with this lacy braidy pattern. I don't know if it qualifies as lace or as braids, and then the garter part grows along the edge until, of course, you get to the other end. I will very quickly wrap it around myself to show it better, but it's way too warm. So this has been ready for filming for about like 3 or 4 months. I can't believe it. But yes, I normally wear my shawls like scarves, so wrapped like this and not like around my shoulders like a shawl should be worn, maybe. But this would be it if I would wear it as a shawl. This is actually the pattern for which I bought the magazine. I liked it so much in the photos. It's on the cover, and I liked it so much that yeah, that I just wanted it. So yeah, let me show this again. This is particularly beautiful. There are many iterations of these leaves. I see them as leaves, but it could be other botanical things. Yeah, this was also very easy to make and a lot of fun to make. We will go into it in a moment. The pattern is by Natalia Milas, who was also very helpful. I had to contact her at some point. I will tell you about it, and she answered quickly and very precisely, and she also reacted on my suggestions, putting some errata on her Ravelry page for the pattern. So even if the magazine is discontinued, all of these patterns are available as individual downloads on Ravelry. So if you feel inspired, you can head there and download the pattern for yourself. Be aware that you have to look at this errata that Natalia put in, otherwise you will find maybe yourself wondering. You will wonder what is supposed to happen at some points of the pattern. I will show you my page for my diary, my journal, my knitting journal. This is it. Yeah, that's another goal of this project this year, to have a knitting journal. So as you can see, I noted down some technical details. Of course, the shawl is one size. I told you the size of this, which is almost like the original one, but my gauge was different, especially my row gauge. It was completely off, but being a shawl, it doesn't matter. I didn't care. I just knew I would like carry on for as long as I wanted. And because I have a very small frame, I'm a small person, so I don't usually need massive shawls. Also because, like I said, I wear them as scarves, so yeah, if they are too big, they end up like covering half of my face. I needed this on 4mm needles, and what I wrote down as like a wrap-up is enjoyable charted pattern over 4 rows. Mostly slipped stitches and only one spot that requires a cable needle. Easy to memorize, will be an excellent handbag project once the garter section grows a little bigger. And it's true. It has a bit of volume, of course, but because of this yarn, which is very like squishy, it wasn't a problem to carry it around while I was working on it. And once you get to the garters, you know, once you get to the point here where the garter wedge is big enough, the only part where you have to pay a bit of attention is this one, and it's really not much, honestly. The yarn is this one when it's not worked up. It's called Bonbon by an Italian producer called Sesia. It's a blend of cotton, alpaca and wool. So it's one of those blown yarns that has a cotton core, and then the rest of the fiber is blown into it. It was very nice to work with. I also tried to write down precisely where I got to with each bow. You know, how much how many rows I could knit with one bow. But looking at my notes now, I find that they are patchy, so I can't be precise with that. One mistake I made was forgetting to do some increases here. Even after blocking, I think it's a bit visible, but honestly not much. No, it's not there. Yes, it's there. Or here maybe. Oh, well then maybe it's not that visible because I can, oh yeah, it's here. You see where the edge curves a little bit. This is where I forgot the increases. But yeah, I decided it was not very important. I didn't want to rip it back. Also, ripping back these fluffy yarns is a nightmare, so let's forget it. Okay. One thing that I would do differently if I was to knit this again is this Estonian braid. At the top here, this is the longest edge, right? So when you're almost done, you have to put in an Estonian braid that is almost invisible in my sample here. It's way more visible in the original, so it's probably due to the yarn, because of course the original uses a different yarn, but it might be that I used a wrong needle size, because the garter is of course very, very stretchy and the Estonian braid is less stretchy. So I think I should have gone up 1 or 2 needle sizes to get it wrong, but it was my first time making an Estonian braid and I was very confident that I could get it right, so I didn't try it out on a scrappy project, which is something that I normally do when I try some new techniques. I make like a swatch in another yarn. I could have made it in the same yarn here because I have 2 balls left, but I didn't do it this time. I was so confident, and yeah, I got it wrong. I quite simply got it wrong. It's not visible. So next time I would probably skip it and yeah, or try a different. In itself, it's a nice design feature because you have this line of slipped stitches going up, so the braid that starts here and goes out in this direction kind of matches this line that goes down. So in itself, it's a very nice design feature, and worth doing if you can get it right. Okay. This is, yes, I finished it off with an Icelandic bind off, which is my favorite bind off for garter stitch. The mistakes, like I said, are on Ravelry, both in my project and on the designer's page, so I'm not going into them. And I only spotted because I am a nerdy knitter, but honestly, I think no one spotted them before, because you just knit and knit and knit. They are in the charts, but once you get to that point, they are at the end, towards the end. So once you get to that point, you've knitted this pattern so much that you know it by heart, and you don't need to look at the charts anymore. So it might be that that even, you know, that, yeah, that it's not noticeable at all. It's just me being a nerdy knitter. Okay, this is almost everything I have to say about this. It was an excellent knit experience and an excellent finished object. It's highly recommended. Being a shawl, you can play around with your own yarn choices, and that's the fun of the shawls, right? That you can really get creative. I will try to insert a little clip here with a wider angle so you can see more of this beautiful thing, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.